Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we'll be working on a Toro Vortex technology electric start. Has a Briggs & Stratton GTS 150cc. The motor and everything runs fine on it. There's nothing wrong with this lawnmower. They just bought this lawnmower like a year ago or so, but they bought it for the electric start because pulling the rope hurts their shoulder and stuff. But you're supposed to pull this down and push the starter button and nothing, but if you pull the rope it starts on one pull, but it's hard on her shoulder. So we're gonna try to see if the battery's dead or if there's a short somewhere or what, but they just want it fixed, so hope you enjoy the video. Okay, the little battery compartment's right here, and it looks like it takes a Phillips screwdriver to take the top off. Yeah, I just can't remember if she said they got this this spring or last fall, but virtually pretty new. Okay, there's two Phillips screws and their battery and everything. And they even brought their battery charger, but let's just see if there's power in the battery. Oh yeah. Let's check and see how many volts are in the battery. 12.9. The battery is fully charged. See if I can hold this here and show you. 12.9. So the battery has plenty of power. So let's put this back on the ground. There's like a fuse here. Power's going to one side and nothing coming out the other side. Oh, there's your problem right there. We got a burnt out fuse. And that's a 40 amp fuse. Well, let me go see if I have one. Then we gotta see why it burnt out a 40 amp fuse. That's crazy. Riding lawnmowers, I think the biggest fuse in a lawnmower is 30. A riding lawnmower, but let me go see if I have a fuse. Okay, I just looked on the computer and I punched in the model numbers, a 21464, and the serial numbers a 412833828, and it does call for a 40 amp fuse because you don't want to put a bigger fuse in what it recommends. And I checked all the wire, all the connections, all the plug-ins, they're all nice and clean and everything. Here's a new fuse. 40 amp. Thing's good in it. Go and push that in there. If you keep on blowing fuses on something like this, it's probably your starter. And I'll show you where the starter's at. But I don't know on this one. I haven't tried it with the new fuse in it. But here's a starter on these push mowers, these Briggs & Stratton engines. It's just a little starter. But sometimes there's a little gear and a big plastic gear. Sometimes if they get bound up, it won't let the motor turn, and that could burn a fuse out, or the brushes or something are getting bad in there. But them little starters, geez, I think I bought a starter for one a couple of months ago, and I think they're like $60 or $70 for that little doggone thing. I never bought an aftermarket one. I bought a regular Briggs one. They were kind of spendy for a little thing. But I got the new fuse in. Let's give it a try. I'm going to turn the motor over, so I'll push down on the flywheel brake cable handle. Oh yeah, it starts right up. And that starter sounds good. I don't hear no whining or nothing, so I really don't know what caused that fuse to go bad. But anyways, when they're replacing fuses on lawnmowers, whatever fuse was in there, make sure that's the right size fuse. Don't ever go bigger than what it calls for, because you could burn up stuff that's going to cost you way more money. Could even melt the coating off the wires, if you have a short somewhere and you don't know about it. So whatever fuse it recommends, I suggest you use that same number of fuse, just to be on the safe side. If it keeps on blowing, then that means you have a short somewhere where a bare wire is touching metal, or like I said, the starter could be bad. But this thing ain't even that old, so. But why it burnt that out, I couldn't tell you, because everything seems to be working good on it. I guess it's just one of them mysteries, I guess. Seems working good now. Anyways, I hope this video helps you out. Didn't really do nothing, but if you don't have no power, you know, make sure the battery's good. And like I said, you know, make sure the fuse is good and everything. So, hope this video helps you out. I appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. And you guys have a good afternoon.